In C++, we can use 2D arrays to create an array of strings that can be searched and utilized within our C++ programs. I'm going to be breaking down explaining how to implement 2D arrays with strings involved and a step-by-step detail using PowerPoint slides. And then after the PowerPoint slides, I'm going to be showing you guys some source code on how to utilize this in your C++ programs. So let's get into the breakdown of implementing arrays of strings in C++. Okay, so the steps of using arrays and strings in C++. So as we know, as I was talking about before, two-dimensional arrays can be used to create an array of strings. So the way it works is the following in a step-by-step framework. So what we want to do is that the first step we want to do is that we want to create a 2D character array. And then what's going to happen is that after we create that 2D character array, in the second step, the left array determines the number of strings. And then the third step is the right array specifies the maximum length of each string, which also includes the null terminator. So in this following example here, the following example declares an array of 40 strings, and each of those 40 strings are going to have a maximum of 69 characters plus the null terminator, as we can see here. So this is the first element here, which we've got an array of 40 strings here, and then we've got 69 here as the maximum length in the second part here of the 2D array. So we can access each individual string by specifying only the left index. Using the gets function, we can call the second string in the str array. That's actually a spelling mistake there. I'm supposed to fix that. That's supposed to say array. Apologies for that. So to access an individual character within the second string, which will display the fourth character of the second string, you can use this statement below. Cout, and then we've got str array, and we've got the array values here, which is 2 for the first element and 3 on the second element here. So now I'm going to show you guys an example of implementing an array of strings in C++ with a very basic student database implemented in C++ with their names and their student numbers. So what we've got here is that we've got a 2D array over here. So we've got a 2D array that contains names and student IDs. So this was kind of inspired during my time at RMIT, where these were actually our student numbers. So we have a list. So we have, we've got an array of names and an array of numbers. So what's going to be happening here is that after the program starts, what it's going to be doing is that it's going to be searching and matching for the correct name in our 2D array that we've got over here. So it's going to ask for our name, and then we have to input our input a name after it's asked for our inputs. And then what it's going to be doing with that 2D array is that using the for loop here and the sample code that I showed in the PowerPoint slides, what it's going to be doing is that it's going to be searching and matching for the correct name using the for loop. So let's run through the program here for now. So let's say, for example, I want to find Aaron's student number. So let's start the program. It's gonna ask for a name. So let's say we input Aaron. So once we input Aaron, it's going to display the second element of the 2D array, which is Aaron's student number here. So if I run through the program now, let's say, for example, I want to find David's student number. So I just type in David, and it will output David's student number. But what if a name there doesn't exist? If I input a name that doesn't exist, like say for example Barry, it will just say that hasn't been found in the 2D array. So this is a very basic example of showcasing how we can use 2D arrays to implement arrays of strings in C++. So if this video has helped you a lot, please smash that like button down below to help with our YouTube algorithm. And don't forget to click on the red button down below to be subscribed to the latest videos of the C++ Better Explained YouTube channel.